Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, man. It's getting hot out here. I'm on the front porch. My thermometer says 90 degrees. I'm glad to have you on the channel and watching my episodes. On this episode, I'm going to share, I know on one of my videos, I shared about scouting for sports entertainment business and mostly being a professional wrestling business. So I wanted to share some of the times I've had and let you know where I was at in the business and the stars that I was in the ring with and that I shared the dressing room with. And my time was the time just after NWA from Charlotte was just getting ready to shut down, and WCW was going to start because Ted Turner bought WCW from Jim Crockett Promotions. And I always said that if Jim Crockett would have never sold out and kept going, he'd still be in business today. But now I was what they call at that time a jobber, which I was to go in with the star. Of course, I'm going to get beat, but I make him look like $1 million. I worked with him. And one of the guys I always watched that was a jobber was a wrestler named George South. The man George South. He's from Charlotte. But anyway, I was trained by a Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. Okay, he had a wrestling academy in Indian Trail, North Carolina, which is just below Charlotte. So I shared the ring with him. He was my trainer. He trained me how to wrestle and got me in the business and that sort of thing. And then later on, and these are the older veterans. You'll recognize the names. Greg the Hammer Valentine, what a nice guy. Big, huge as a refrigerator, man. Nice. Kind of heavy working the ring. I mean, he's stiff. When he hits you, you know it. The Barbarian, he lives in Charlotte. He's Samoan, huge, real big, man. Nice guy, man. Nice guy, really. I mean, but you don't mess with them island guys, especially when they get to drinking. Jimmy Valiant, Boogie Woogie Man, crazy. He's nowhere like you see him on TV. He's calm, laid back, and once he comes out that dressing room, he gets to dancing, snapping his fingers. It's like a light switch. Pistol Pez Watley, he's a good guy. Let's see, Kamala, the Gannon Giant. That's Mr. James Harris. Bless his heart, he's passed away now, but he was a nice guy. And he was a truck driver, man. He was very business minded. But being that driving trucks, say he had a main event match, say like in Memphis, he would, put your thinking cap on, and he would double his money because he's getting paid for the wrestling match because he's in the main event. He's getting that money, and then he would find out. Back then we didn't have computers and cell phones or anything like that. The trucking industry had a dispatch network, but he would find out what load went to Memphis. So he'd drop that load off, get paid for the load, have it reloaded to be driven to Charlotte or to where he lived at, down in Mississippi. So he always doubled his money. That's why he was so good. He knew he was getting money from both ends, so he would go ahead and do it. So. And of course Ron Garvin, Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin, nice guy, airplane pilot, and he would. You talking about somebody that would hustle as far as matches, man. Well, the one night, I think he was in Columbia, South Carolina. He had like the second match. He wrestled that match, and then he was scheduled for the main event in Lumberton, North Carolina. So he finished his match with his wrestling gear and all that stuff on. He left out. I went to the airport, got on the plane, flew into Lumberton. He still had his wrestling gear on. When he got there, he called the Lumberton police. Said, "Hey man, you got an officer that can get me to Billsack Recreation Center quick, fast, and hurry?" They said, "We got you, we got you." So he got there, and as soon as that match was supposed to begin, he's coming in the door. So he wrestled that match. So he made money from both matches, and he was good with that. Now he could wrestle a match, jump a plane, and go somewhere else and work a match, and so. But anyway, when they were changing over, we had guys that stuck around. Of course, Ivan Koloff, and Jimmy Valiant, and WCW got the big main names for whatever reason. Some would go, and some decided not to go. Some decided to go up north, to WWE, if you will. Let's see, who's some other stars? Sam Houston, Michael Sam Houston, Dick Slater, met him one time. Jimmy Jam Garvin from the Fabulous Freebirds. He did a lot of the independent shows with us. Let's see, who else? And keep in mind, a lot of these guys were the older guys. Let's see, Tully Blanchard, I met him one time. Wahoo McDaniel, met him one time. Because these guys all lived around Charlotte. Johnny Weaver, the guy that done the Thunderfoot gimmick, Joe Deaton, the Mulkey brothers, and these are from the boys from way back in the day, man. The Renegade. Seen Ric Flair a few times, but he was standoffish, Never did get to meet Magnum TA. I wanted to, but I didn't. And the Patriot, Dale Wilkes, Marcus Bagwell, Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton. Let's see who else. There was one that was a big bodybuilder. Let's see, Colt Steele, Chief Red Thunder, good guy. He lives in Pembroke. Let's see, Chavis, I met him. Tatanka, that's his wrestling name. I've worked with a lot of these guys in the ring and outside the ring. Referee Tommy Young, have met him a few times. Old Slick. And the referees were clowns, man. Those guys, they would make you laugh. Paul Orndorff, met him. Big Van Vader, met him. Because they were still doing shows as WCW progressed. I met Ole Anderson. And after that, once WCW started, so he brought Ole in to be the booker. This was before they got Dusty. And Dusty was the one, I guess, that brought in the big stars, and being that he was the booker, he could bring his own people. So, and I did meet Dustin Rhodes, his son, when he was getting his start out. But I was just if they needed a jobber or somebody to work a match or whatever to make some of these guys look good. And let's see. Ming, he had another name. He was Haku and Ming. He tag teamed with the Barbarian. The Barbarian worked a lot of independent shows with us, man. But the Maestro, he's a good guy. He was on WCW. He was on TV a lot. Now, if you don't know the name Maestro, He did the gimmick Gorgeous George III. He had the golden hair and the robes and all that. He done that gimmick for a while. So Abdullah the Butcher. Abby's in bad shape right now, so I mean he's in the hospital with having health issues. But coming up, we're having a Ivan Koloff Memorial match in Sanford. There's going to be a lot of guys there. I think I was told that Jerry Lawler's going to be there, Nikita Koloff's going to be there. There's going to be a number of stars that's going to be there for the Ivan Koloff Memorial. So I saw something come by the house I ain't never seen before. A guy on one wheel. Where I live at, you liable to see anything. But yeah, that memorial matchup it's a tag team tournament. So, and I've been invited to join. I think it's going to be September. It may be June though. I'll check, but I'll come back on the channel, put it on there, and guys also. Any of y'all out there play guitar, want to learn to play guitar? I got another channel called Blazing Brian Guitar Lessons. I've got all kind of songs loaded up on there. They'll show the chords, show you how to play it from a lot of the beginning of popular metal songs and rock songs. The whole nine. So check it out. So guys, you like what we're seeing here, hit like and subscribe, man. Those are I wanted to share that some of the guys that, because my family's been in the business, and Mr. Wrestling too, Johnny Walker. He's my great uncle on my grandfather's side. So we've always had pro wrestling in the business somewhere or another, and that's how I was able to get the connections with Koloff to get training. So, because by that time, Uncle Johnny, he had moved to Hawaii. He was in Georgia, but he moved to Hawaii, the last part of his life. So, and he had told me to get with either Koloff or Italian Stallion and Mr. Number One, what's his name, George South. So, but Ivan was the first one to answer, so I went with that. But my body's all beat up and bruised now. I still work out, but the joints remind me. All right, y'all have a good one.